students, please take your seats. It's time for our vocabulary review for this week. Madison, can you please read off the first word of the week? Make sure you are writing these words so you can study tonight.
Chivalry.
Yes, chivalry. Does everyone have chivalry down? Great. Megan, can you please read off the second word?
Yes, Miss Sutton. It's altruism.
Thank you, Megan. That is correct. Chris, can you read the third word for me?
Yes, ma'am. Integrity.
Good. Integrity.
What exactly does integrity mean?
That's a great question. Integrity means, well, it's difficult to explain. It's the type of person you are inside. I have an idea. How about we see if we can find real-life examples of integrity in the newspaper? Gather around, guys.
It was this month, 11 years ago, that a great man made a decision that would change his life forever. This decision was so great that it ended up costing him his life in service for his country. Patrick Daniel Tillman, better known as Pat, had it all. A loving family, a new wife, and a great career. You see, Pat was a starting safety for the NFL's Arizona Cardinals, making millions of dollars playing the game that he loved. In May of 2002, Tillman turned down a $3.6 million extension with the Cardinals to enlist in the Army Rangers, a move brought on by his love for his country following the attacks on 9/11. Pat was stationed in Afghanistan along with his younger brother, and on April 22, 2004, lost his life in a firefight with enemy insurgents. Some would say that the decision that Pat made to join the Army Rangers was crazy because he had everything. However, to me, Pat made the ultimate sacrifice based off his love for the United States of America and the honor he had for his country.
Does that help you better understand the word integrity?
A little. It sounds like he was a great person.
He certainly was. Let's see what else we can find.
Megan Vogel was just another high school athlete in her hometown of West Liberty, Ohio. That is, until June 2012 at the state track meet where Vogel was racing in the 1600 and 3200 races. Megan was considered to be one of the favorites to win both events. In fact, earlier in the day, Vogel had collected her first individual state champion medal by finishing in first place in the 1600 race. Now it was time for the 3200, and whether it was from her strong race in the 1600 or the high level of competition, Megan was not doing as well as expected in the 3200. Suddenly, with about 20 meters to go in the race, Arden McMath, a competitor who was in third place, collapsed in front of Megan. The finish line and a third place finish was within grasp. Megan had an opportunity to medal for the second time and help her team finish with a higher overall team finish with just a few strides. But that's not the type of person that Megan Vogel is. To the surprise of most, Megan stopped by Arden McMath, squatted down, and helped carry her across the finish line, ensuring that she crossed the line after McMath. Megan Vogel was an extreme competitor, but it was her sportsmanship that stood out this day and bring her notoriety that was not expected over the next year.
Wow, I can't believe she stopped. That would be hard for me to do, but I'd probably be in first anyways.
That could be true, but having the integrity to stop makes you a winner regardless of where you finish. How about one more example? Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. is a figure that our whole class should know about by now. Dr. King was a clergyman who in the late 50s and early 60s became what most would consider to be the greatest civil rights activist of all time. Almost 50 years after his death, Dr. King's words still echo throughout much of what we do and are pertinent to our life as much now as it was during his time.
Dr. King knew that the things he stood for were controversial and received constant threats to his safety and well-being. However, his faith allowed him to stay strong in his beliefs, something that changed the lives of everyone for the better. Dr. King was a man built on principles and knew that he would go to any length to better the equality of man as a whole.
I think I have a better understanding of what integrity means now. Does it mean the type of person that I am, whether people are watching or not?
That's correct, Chris. The pure definition of integrity is the concept of consistency of actions, values, and principles. Integrity is regarded as the honesty and truthfulness of one's actions. So are there any examples of things that you have done in your life where you didn't have very strong integrity?
Weight lies will bring you down and follow you to every town, 'cause nothing happens here that doesn't happen there. So when you run, make sure you run to something and not
opportunity to work with a great company that allowed me to schedule hours after school and on the weekends that many other jobs don't accommodate. I had some great friends that worked with me and enjoyed the connection that I made with the customers. Unfortunately, I made a poor decision one day to take money from the register in order to make a little extra cash. This, of course, ended up costing me my job, and my boss even got the police involved. It was a tough lesson for me to learn.
Last week, I went out with a few friends to a movie. The movie ended at 10:45 p.m., and I knew that I needed to get back home by 11. My parents usually got to bed around 10:30, so I thought that I could stay out this one time and sneak back into my bedroom without them knowing. My friends and I decided to go hang out with some guys that we knew, and I ended up not getting home until almost 12:30 a.m. My parents must have been worried because when I finally snuck in the back door, they both were waiting for me at the kitchen table. I should have used better judgment and called to ask if I could stay out later, or made sure I came right home. Needless to say, I won't be doing anything fun with my friends for a while now.
It was my 8th grade year at Community House Middle School, and I was ready to finish up and head to high school within the next month. My grades were okay, but there was one class that was holding me back. I even had the potential to fail if I didn't do well on the last test of the year. Time snuck up on me, and before I knew it, it was the last week of school, and we were taking our final test of the year. I needed to get a 92% in order to pass the class, but I had not studied at all. My friend Rob is a whiz, so I thought it would be easy if I just peeked over his shoulder at the answers. Sounded like a great plan, until my teacher walked up from behind and snatched my paper. She sent me to the principal's office, and my parents were immediately called. I ended up receiving in-school suspension for a week. I'm lucky I was not kicked out completely.
Nothing happens here, it doesn't happen there. So when you run, make sure you run something and not away from home. Life don't need an aeroplane to chase you anywhere. The way your lies will bring you down and follow you to.
If only I could do it again.
I've made it harder to know that you know that somehow we'll keep moving on. There's so many wars we fight, there's so many things we deny, but with what we have, I promise you that we are marching on, we are marching on, we are marching on. scars to prove it. We'll have the bonds that we say, but we'll have the heart not to lose it. For all of the times we've stopped, for all of the things I'm not.
Oprah Winfrey once said, "Real integrity is doing the right thing, knowing that nobody's going to know whether you did it or not."
Let us pray.